as Sharon mentioned, very valuable information. I would have liked for you to introduce a little bit more on how high fructose corn syrup actually results in weight gain or an increased waist or high blood pressure, because that was missing. And I think there was a point where you maybe messed up where I think you said white sugar, but high fructose corn syrup is not really white sugar, right? It's, you know, it's from corn, so right. That was the only thing. But yeah. Nice shot, thanks.
Perfect. I have 2 points. One is, I like the topic. I like the way you delivered everything. What I feel was missing for me was a story where I see the impact. That, okay, this is what you are doing, which if you continue doing would lead you someplace. Now you've taken a turn, and the powerful impact that turn has made in your life. You say it's important. How do you see that importance in your life? That way I can see it in my life. And the second thing I want to put out is, I just love the way you speak. The way you just came out in front, I was pulled in immediately because it was authentic. It was getting in my space. You were coming in my space and I was engaged. And I think Sharon pointed out, but there needs, while that is engaging, if you keep doing the same thing for 5 minutes, people sort of zone out. You need to have emphasis points where you really want to get it. Thank you.
Vicky.
I love your presentation and the good content. There are 2 things I would like to mention. One is when you said the doctor called you bad news, you like we saw the imaginary, but then it would be more dramatic if you can give us some more, like what do you say, impact, like why is it bad news? Because you gave us the number game, so maybe say the doctor said we don't do this by what time, then you will have whatever trouble to do whatever thing in life. So that would, you know, get people engaged more if you tell them what would be bad result. And another thing is that you mentioned that we're taking 5 times more glucose nowadays. Then I would like to know why, like from what source we take them 5 times more. So that I think you have to just sort of walk it through and explain why. So we might not be agree with you why we're taking 5 times more. Yeah. And I love your conclusion. I think it's great that you repeated your conclusion and tied it to the beginning of your speech. So it reminds us that that's one of the most important game is for our lives. So that's very good. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Just to kind of play on what Praful was saying earlier, it would be interesting to know where you are on the continuum of this path of discovery. Did you just learn this information last week, or are you months or a year into your progression? That would be interesting for us to know as an audience. And the other thing is, she mentioned hand gestures. The only thing I could think of that you might have added was when you were talking on the phone to the doctor, you know, do the traditional thing so we know it's kind of fun. Kind of cheesy, but it works.
I didn't quite get the hand gestures. Can you repeat what?
Oh, because you have your resting position is this.
Oh, okay.
I've noticed it. I've known you for, what, 10 years now. It's still this.
What do you suggest?
I think, don't they always tell us to drop your hands to your side at least part of the time? And then bring them up to do this. But you just leave it parked here. So I know I do this. So.
Okay.
And so is also the so. All right, anyone else? Chris, moving straight and silent.
Yes, I enjoyed it. I admire you for being up all last minute and without any practice and everything. I think what I'm hearing is you have the foundation to do this, and you have the voice, the pace, and the general presence to build on that. Maybe some more variety, yes. What I would also add on is more eye contact to everyone. I felt that you were looking over here, I guess, at the Toastmaster most of the time, or that was your default, this way to look. And you did look at me at the time, when the time was coming up, and you did end very well. I felt you paced yourself to end right in a good spot, so that was good, but there's a lot over here.
For speaker number 2, I cut 2. So one thing thing is, you said number is off the chart, but you mentioned there are 3 numbers, so maybe the numbers are off the chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I heard like single use number is off the chart. Yeah.
Right.
And then you have use same in fact when you talk about a car like repeatedly. I think maybe we say there same effect in the same effect because it's describing an effect or something else. Right? So use the word there. Did I explain it well? No.
Effect.
No, same effect. The third same effect because they were comparing the eating sugar versus the load up with the car.
Same effect.
Huh?
Effect.
Same effect.
Yeah, but would you use third same effect or just say same effect?
No, having the same effect. The same effect.
You would have third or
Yeah.
okay. I didn't hear the third. I only heard same effect. So
Oh.
all right, that's